Hey guys, it's Aman
and Christina
from Our Rich Journey. On today's video, we are finally ready to share with you the tiny house that we built here on the Silver Coast of Portugal. We are so excited because this has been a year in the making. And if you guys have been keeping up with our channel, you know that we have shared previous teasers where we've shown you different elements of the tiny house. We've shown you the design plans. We've shown you it being delivered, but today it is the full-fledged tour. We are taking you inside the tiny house.
So yes, today in this video, we are gonna go inside the tiny home and show you all the nooks and crannies, everything within the tiny home. And if you stay until the end of the video, we are actually going to share with you how you can stay in this tiny home.
And that's the part that we are the most excited about because this is our second Airbnb here on the Silver Coast of Portugal. And so it means another opportunity for us to share with you this beautiful part of Portugal. If you have never been to the Silver Coast of Portugal, it is halfway between Porto and Lisbon. So it's the perfect stopover to stay over in our tiny house here.
So we have put so much work into the design and decoration of this tiny home, from the floor to ceiling, windows so you can see the outside. It seems like you're in a forest area, to all of the different details within the tiny home. We did everything, and it was really an opportunity for us to express ourselves.
And this brings us to something that we are doing special just for this tiny home. You see, we have done other DIY projects, and after doing those projects, you guys have had so many questions about how we designed it, where we got the materials, the furniture, all of these different things. Well, with this tiny home, we are gonna make those plans available to you. We are gonna share with you the plans that we used for the tiny home, as well as where we got all the interior decoration and lots of other things within this one tiny home planning document. And so if this is something that you guys are interested in looking at, you can go to ourrichjourney.com/tiny house.
So before we tour the tiny home, we want to go over some quick details about it. So the tiny home is 23 feet by 8 feet, and it's built on a trailer. So the tiny house is actually totally mobile. In fact, it actually has a license plate and it's legal to tow in Portugal. So like we said, this home is located on the Silver Coast of Portugal, and it's just on a beautiful piece of property that overlooks all of these beautiful trees. So we built a deck around the tiny home, and we love it because it provides for additional seating, but not only that, it expands the space from the tiny home outside and into the forest area. So the way we designed this tiny home is we split it into 2 levels. There's the bottom level with the bathroom, the kitchen, and the living room area. And then above that, we have 2 separate lofts. Now, each loft has its own queen size bed, and one loft also has a desk area.
And I'm really excited about the loft with the desk because we have a little surprise for you guys that we are going to share when you see the video. I mean, we have really put our signature on this tiny home. It has been a love affair that we have had for the past year. But there's something else about tiny homes in general that we are really excited about. We are excited because we believe strongly that this is the future of housing for a lot of people. When you guys tour this tiny home, one thing that you are going to immediately recognize is that it looks and feels like a real home. And so we think it provides an opportunity for affordable housing for so many people that are looking to own their own home. I mean, a person can own a home like this for 1/10 of the price of what it costs to actually build an entire home. But in addition to that, they also get mobility. Because the tiny home is on wheels, you can move it anywhere you need to go. So let's say you're living in Portugal one year and you want to go to Spain another year, you can just tow your tiny home to the next country. And that is what is so amazing about tiny homes.
And I just want to focus on that concept of having a tiny home that feels and looks just like a regular home. This is really what we wanted to design when we were designing this home ourselves. This home is completely custom made. So we got to put everything that we wanted into it. For example, the kitchen has a Smeg stove and a full-size oven. We didn't have to cut corners with these things. And then the bathroom, we had to decide whether we wanted to have a compost toilet or a regular flushing toilet. And we really realized, since we're putting this on Airbnb for people to come and stay for short periods of time, we thought they would feel more comfortable with a regular toilet. So we installed that regular flushing toilet instead of a compost toilet.
And not to mention, there is a heating and air conditioning system installed in the tiny home. You could really live comfortably year long in this tiny home. But before we just give it all away, I think the best thing to do is to take you guys into the tiny home so that you can see it for yourselves. But after the tour, please stay around to the end because we have some more information to share with you. So that is the tour of our tiny house. We hope that you guys have enjoyed it. And if you guys are interested in staying in our tiny house, we will leave a link in the description below, or you can go to ourisjourney.com/tiny house to access more information and to rent it. We hope to see you guys and host you guys one day in Portugal, like we've hosted so many other people in our other Airbnb. You see, one of the things since we've moved to Portugal is encourage so many people to come here and explore this beautiful country on their own. And so we're excited about this tiny house so that we can provide just another opportunity to share a bit of paradise with you. And so if you guys have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and
Join the journey.